Greetings, Local 2627 sisters and brothers. Today is Monday, October 27th. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Anyway, let me give you a couple of updates. The first update I want to give you is about exams. DCAS, the 5-year plan, was extended into 2016. There is a list of exams. So far, 2627 has been successful in getting some exams listed, even though they're a little bit far away. Keep in mind, since they're 2015 and 2016, you still have time to ramp up your resumes, get your certifications. Go to our website. The first Vice President, Mike Lanny, talks about education reimbursement. You can get about $1,600 a year between DC 37 and 2627 for education reimbursement. These exams all seem like they're going to be E&E's, education experience, online exams, and basically just be putting a resume out there. It's very important that you start to get your certifications right now. Now let me just give you a preliminary list of what I have for exams that are coming up. For 2015, computer programmer analyst trainee and computer service tech. Now the trainee, the list that we have is 32 provisionals have to be replaced. Now, keep in mind, if you're a computer program analyst trainee right now, you have to take this exam. You're going to have a big advantage when you get called from the list because you're going to have the experience, because most of you have already been there 5, 10 or so years. So it's very, very important because these are open competitive exams, and everyone on the planet is able to take these exams. So please, keep in mind, start getting yourself together. Talk to people that you know that may be in the same bind that you're in, and maybe you can have like a little group study session or something like that to see what you need to know. And very, very important. We fought a long time to get this, a long time. We still have a suit going for the computer program analyst trainee. Hopefully we're going to be successful because of course you qualify if you've been doing the work all this time, and of course you're doing out of title work because you should be a programmer analyst. Now for 2016 we have certified LAN and certified WAN. The LAN, we're replacing 91 provisionals. The WAN, we're replacing 66 provisionals. Computer associate software is coming up to replace 220 provisionals. Computer programmer analyst to replace 53 provisionals. Now the total DCAS total for exams is supposed to be there to replace 7,044 provisionals in total. Now of course these are not all IT, but I mean citywide 7,044 provisionals have to be replaced. We're looking at by the end of 2016, so please get on top of this. Another thing I want to mention is to remind you about the contract. A lot of people that I've heard people that are disappointed because we got the 3 1s, 1.5, 2.5 in the 3, and we got the 0.52 at the end of the contract. But let me remind you that all of our retroactivity is up front, in the front of the contract, and that we gave nothing back in order to get this. Now, some people said we should have held off. If we had held off, there were 144 unions in the city that didn't have a contract, and if we had said no, we didn't like it, then they would have moved this to the back of the stack. We could have been number 151 or number 152 before they looked at us again. And then there wouldn't have been anything left. So let's just take what we got right now and be satisfied with it, and let's work on doing better the next time around. CUNY still hasn't had any sit downs with the contract yet. We're waiting for them to get back to us. We're ready. School Construction Authority, we've had 2 sessions already, and we're moving right along. So just let people know what's going on with those 2. There's been a couple of pay discrepancies as far as people not getting paid on the days that were promised to them. And a lot of this is coming from people who had a change of their status over the terms of the contract. I mean, maybe they got a new title, maybe they got a raise, and the calculation is not quite as simple as it is for somebody who's been the same salary that whole time. ACS in particular, I spoke to Human Resources. They said that everything should be taken care of by either the November 7th or the November 21st paychecks. Another thing, let me just remind you that for Transit Authority, we have tentative dates, and let me repeat this one more time. Tentative, I'm going to say it for a 3rd time. Yes. Tentative. It's not locked in yet. We don't know, but what we've heard so far was on the 6th of November, there would be the wage increase. For the on the 12th of, on the 4th of December would be the retro, and anybody who's inactive, their pay should all be taken care of. And inactive, I mean people who retired or quit in January 8th of 2015. So keep that in mind. One other thing I want to mention to you is if you've been working in the same title for 5 years or more and you have not received a raise, you should start thinking about what you're going to do about it. And what I think that you should do is start looking around to work in another city agency, someplace else, because apparently your agency doesn't respect you enough or respect your skill set enough to give you the money that you deserve. Now, sometimes you have people coming in, you've been sitting there and they're coming in, they're making more money than you, and you're bringing these people up to speed. So keep that in mind. Don't think that wherever you are, you have to stay where you are. We have members, and I've told you this many times, we have members that change agencies every 5 or 6 years, and they change for more money or a higher title. You need to look at this. You need to look at this. Please do not get stuck in the same title for 5 or 6 years without getting a raise and think that they're going to be magnanimous about to hook you up, because it don't work like that. You're probably going to have to go look someplace else. Good and welfare this week. From Department of Corrections, Mike Reno, one of our shop stewards, by the way, is recovering from a healthcare crisis. I wouldn't say healthcare crisis, but a health crisis. From DCAS, Noel Ramos is recovering from the same thing, a health crisis. HRA, Valerie Bernaski, she had a baby. And from DOF, Luke Peroni, his mother passed away. And of course, our love goes out to all these members, and our sorrow goes out to Mr. Peroni and his family. And let me just mention 2 things. Long-time activist, shop steward, Department of ITT, do it. Fred Gibson is retiring this month. We're going to miss him. I believe he has more than 30 years of service. And of course, another one that we're going to miss dearly is Portia Perkins. Portia Perkins has about 37, 38 years of service. She's been an executive board a couple of times. She was a DC 37 chair of the Disabilities Committee. She's been a shop steward forever. And we're going to truly miss them. And like I'm saying, these members have been here long before I even got involved in the union. And what they've done since I've known them has been fantastic. Until I speak to you again, this is Robert Ajay in solidarity. Speak to you soon.